Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Super Breakfast Friends Club. That's this show.
I keep forgetting.
Well, let me check, just in case it's changed. Yep, no, Super Breakfast Friends Club. That's this one.
Alright, I guess my petition hasn't gone through.
It's been delayed.
My change.org petition.
It's been delayed. There's been
These days.
The thing is, it reached my desk, and then I returned it to sender.
It shouldn't have been on your desk in the first place.
Where else is it gonna go?
I don't understand. To the internet. And then the internet does its internet thing, and suddenly change happens.
The internet is not my boss.
Isn't it?
No. The internet doesn't pay me.
Doesn't it?
No, I pay the internet. It goes the other way.
You're a customer of the internet.
What are we talking about? Play the theme song?
F-Zero.
I'm a hero. F-Zero.
No, you're not.
That's a song in F-Zero GX, I think. But it's like not really a song. You just hear it in a cutscene at one point, and
Cool.
It fascinated me. I should play that game again. I never beat it. It's really hard. Maybe now that I've got adult hands and an adult mind, I'll be better at it.
No, you'll be worse at it. You won't be able to adapt as easily.
You say that, but there's games that I got stuck on when I was a child that now I've beaten as an adult, and I was like, that was really easy. I was a dumb child.
That's true. It depends how young you were, because like there's like a magic era in like your early teens where suddenly you're better than you were as a child and probably better than you will be as an adult.
That's a good point. I guess I was in my early teens when F-Zero GX came out, so maybe I stink even harder at it.
Maybe you do.
But I don't know, because I was playing Star Fox 64 at that age as well, and I could never get any of the medals. It drove me crazy. I think I could only get the medal on Ficina, and that was the only stage I could do it on. But now, like, I loaded up, I thought to myself, I'm going to try and chase that white whale again. After that new Star Fox trailer came out, it's like, I'm going to try and get the medals again. And I loaded up Star Fox 64 on the Switch and found out that I've already got all the medals on it at some point. And I just didn't even remember doing it.
I don't know if I could do all that. There's some stages that it's really stupid hard to get medals in.
Yeah, I know. As a kid, I didn't even like take in that the medals existed. I got one of them. And then I was just like, why is there a medal on that planet? That's weird. But I didn't.
I was able to get a few of them naturally at that age, but we had all the medals because my brother had a Game Shark or whatever, and we wanted to get the multiplayer option where you run around as a little dude.
I've never even played that because I didn't.
We did.
I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know it existed until pretty recently.
Yeah, because it's stupid hard to get.
Now I have unlocked it, but I don't have anyone to play multiplayer with, and it doesn't let you just enter the multiplayer with one controller connected, so...
That's lame.
Yeah, it stinks. But I have been playing expert mode, and I'm real bad at it.
You kept telling me you couldn't even get blue lasers because the slightest breeze would knock your wing off.
I believe the way I worded it was that my wings come off if anybody gasps at me.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I kept getting to double lasers and being like, great, finally, double lasers, and then immediately a wing comes off. For God's sake.
That's the hubris tax.
Driving me crazy. I was playing it earlier today, and I did finally make it to Venom. Only easy mode Venom. But I finally got there and then died. Died up my last life, so I haven't been able to.
I forgot you could, like, die and have lives in that game.
Yeah. Because there's no saves in that game.
Right.
Because it's so short. It's the whole game's designed on, like, replayable short runs, so.
Yeah, and normal mode isn't really difficult enough when you get the hang of it.
Yeah. Anyway, we got to talk about F-Zero GP Legend again.
I don't want to. I want to talk about Star Fox 64.
Me too, but there aren't any more Star Fox shows. I hope they make a new Star Fox show so that we can talk about it again.
I mean, they made a show to promote one game. Why not do it again?
Yeah, maybe they will. Anyway, we watched Lap 4, Calling on Samurai Goroh, which aired October 28th, 2003. And you know, this isn't huge praise, but I think this might be my favorite of the F-Zero episodes we've watched so far.
Yeah. Maybe. Like, I liked Samurai Goroh. I didn't like our protagonist. I hate that guy.
Well, yeah, he sucks. But is it because he sucks, or is it because we wish he was Captain Falcon?
I think it's because he sucks. Like, I was thinking about it watching the beginning of this, where, like, he's going to that planet of bad news and he's kicking everybody's butt. I'm like, this doesn't feel earned. This guy, why is he a martial arts champion? He's just the cop that they froze for 150 years.
Yeah, did we? I feel like we've wondered about that in the past. Like, why did they freeze him? Why did they unfreeze him?
Right.
We haven't really been told what's so special about him.
Apparently, he knows every martial art.
Yeah.
But also, he still kind of sucks at it.
Yeah, he's racing to planet Cryton as fast as he can. We're not really told why it's so pressing that he gets there.
It's implied to have something to do with a child.
Yeah, we see some flashbacks where it's really funny. Because we aren't told anything about this, we're just shown it. And he's receiving a trophy, he's standing on the podium, and in the crowd, as he receives the trophy, he's shocked to see a boy in a wheelchair, and it haunts him to this very day.
How did he get a tiny version of my car?
Yeah, he signs the kid's little toy of the, what's his car called? The Dragon Bird, I think?
Something like that. Something about a dragon.
He's got the most boring of all the vehicles in this show, and it's
because he's the most boring of all the dudes.
It's 100% because his vehicle's the only one that's not from the game, and it's a different designer doing it, and it's just a white box.
It's just car.
Yeah, all the vehicles from the game you can see immediately because they're really interesting and colorful.
Almost like they did real character design on the cars.
Well, yeah, and the characters. I've got something to say about that later, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
So he activates a warp gate to this other planet in this shady back alley, which raised so many questions for me.
Right? Like, why does it have to be there? Why can't you be literally anywhere else?
Like, is this just something anyone can do and use? Or is this special technology he has access to because of whatever task force it is that he's joined?
Unclear.
Because we've seen, like, transit to other planets in other episodes of the show that were not just a big yellow gate that you drive into.
Yeah, it was like a airport thing where they all sped off into the thing.
Yeah. And now he just, like, asks his GPS, he's like, I need to go to another planet, and the GPS is like, okay, I'm going to create a gate to that planet in this back alley full of broken windows.
So no one can see you going.
Because I feel like if it was a normal... Because here's the thing. The gate isn't created specifically for him because his GPS thing leads him to a specific location where the gate is, and the gate has a specific name. So it's in that place all the time. But if this...
It's a stationary gate.
It's a stationary gate. But if this is like mass transit to another planet, why is it in some like dark back alley? Wouldn't there be more people going to it? Wouldn't it be like constantly in use?
Maybe it's like a Super Mario 64 type deal where the paintings are in like strategic locations. So this is the painting to get you into dry desert.
Yeah. But like this planet is so backwater that they're just like not maintaining it.
Yeah.
It could be, I suppose. That could be what it is. Maybe nobody wants to go to planet Cryton because it's like a desert backwater criminal planet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what's his name? Ryu? Is that his name?
Probably. I don't know.
He parks the dragon bird in a cave somewhere and then goes to a saloon to start searching for whatever it is. I love it's full of the criminal element, and there's such a contrast between the two things that they throw at him. First a knife, then a banana peel.
And the banana peel is what worked.
Yeah. Yeah, he kicks the knife into the air and then catches it and throws it back, but the banana peel really stymies him. He falls straight down.
He wasn't prepared for a Mario Kart situation.
He falls down at the feet of, this is a spoiler, but it's Samurai Goroh.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, he's Goro's one of the 4 pilots from the original F-Zero game and the main rival of Captain Falcon. I can't remember if we've seen all of the... I know we've seen Captain Falcon, we've seen Dr. Stewart. I can't remember if we've seen Zoda already in this show.
Yeah, Zoda's all over this show.
Is he? Okay. So this is the last of the original pilots then.
Okay. Zoda is like Ryu's nemesis.
No, that's you're right. Who am I thinking of? Not Zoda. Pico. Pico is his name. For some reason I thought his name was Zoda.
No, I don't think we've seen Pico.
Yeah, Pico's he's a green guy.
Well, he doesn't have to be if this show has anything to say about it.
I think they've been pretty lore accurate with the character designs. I'll give them that.
I guess Zoda's just weird because he was a human, and that's the part that like sticks out in my head.
Right. Yeah, I don't think there was any I think the game lore does imply that he was once a human, but we've never seen him as once a human. I can't remember though.
Right.
So anyway, this young girl comes in, and she was designed very specifically. I don't think her name was ever given, but I found out on the internet that her name is apparently Reina.
Okay.
She is played by Tomoko Kawakami, who is the voice of Natsumi in Ape Escape, Soifon in Bleach. She is the voice of Dawn's Bunnery in Pokemon. She played Ivysaur in Smash Brothers and Lolo in Klonoa. So plenty of stuff.
Yeah.
She had a very specific design, which is unusual for this show. She looked like someone had actually thought about what she would look like.
Yeah, she looks like she's from a JRPG.
Yeah, but which makes to me implies that she might be from the F-Zero games, but she's not. She's new. Because usually in this show, anybody who looks interesting is from the game.
Right, they were designed by somebody else years prior.
And I'm including the main character of the show in that. He sucks. He's very dull looking. So they're both in here looking for Samurai Goroh. We see a flashback of a man claiming to be Samurai Goroh raiding a transport ship, stealing gold, a rare diamond, and medicine for chick children? I meant to say sick children.
Chick children?
Yeah, you know. The sounds like the name of like some kind of Texas mogul.
A Texas mogul or like a really cool chicken?
So he's stolen medicine that was meant for sick children, and he's also stolen a diamond and a bunch of gold.
He's just taken everything that was on this thing.
Yeah. If you've ever played any of the games, you already know that this guy isn't Samurai Goroh. But if you were introduced to F-Zero by this show, then I guess this sets up a fun plot twist for later on in the episode.
Even though we've already seen the real Samurai Goroh, and he's like the most stereotypically samurai adjacent thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, but there's been nothing, like if you didn't know the games, if you'd never heard of Samurai Goroh, there's nothing to indicate yet that that's him. And I think they did a pretty good job maintaining that to where, like, if you didn't already know, you would start to suspect it as the episode goes on. And I think the reveal would have been quite cool.
The more I look at that rising sun bandana, the more I start to think.
Yeah, it's not a very cool reveal for us, because we already know who Samurai Goroh is. But, if we didn't. So the girl tells Ryu that the diamond that was on the ship belonged to her mother. So it's like an important keepsake for her.
I got distracted because I went to look at pictures of Samurai Goroh and I noticed that the kanji on his shirt is different in the show.
Oh, is it? What is it in the show?
I don't know what it says. I just know it's different. Like it's very a simple kanji. So maybe they just didn't want to keep animating the complicated one that he actually has.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that is a pretty complex one that he normally has.
Yeah.
It looks like it's...
Hold on.
Is it different between games? Or is it just the way it's been drawn? Oh, it might just be the kanji for samurai.
I don't think it is. Let me see. Because according to Jisho, this is samurai.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, what this is saying is that in Smash Brothers... Apparently in Smash Brothers Ultimate, No, that's not right. It says in Smash Brothers Ultimate, the rising sun on his head has been replaced with the kanji for samurai. Oh, yeah, maybe it has. I've just never noticed. Only in the newest Smash Brothers, though. And maybe not in all versions? Oh yeah, in Ultimate, the design on Samurai Goroh's helmet was changed, both on his assist trophy model and on its respective spirit. In prior games, it was the rising sun, a symbol of Japanese nationalism. In Ultimate, it is now the kanji for samurai. This was done to avoid controversy in East Asian countries like South Korea and China.
But what does his shirt say?
Nobody seems to know.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, well, nobody's written it on their wikis, at least.
Okay, that's what I thought. In the anime, the kanji on his shirt is just katana.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is actually, though.
The only answer I'm getting here... I got an answer from Google's AI, but I don't really want to trust that.
Yeah.
Now I'm on one of the F-Zero wikis. It means to incite or sharp/violent. according to mutezitty.org. Yeah, it can mean to incite/simulate as a verb or sharp/violent as an adjective.
Interesting.
But it just means katana in the anime. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the one on his shirt is just katana.
Right.
It's a very simple kanji.
Yeah, that would definitely change so that they didn't have to write that complicated.
Animate it.
Yeah, can you imagine writing that in every single frame of animation?
No.
Yeah, so this girl wants her diamond back. Ryu does not care about her diamond. And right then, very, very conveniently, the bar's TV airs an urgent appeal for the return of the medicine.
It's the Coincidence Channel.
I love that channel. They only have 3 days to get the medicine, which is a very specific deadline for an illness, I thought.
It's probably Actually, it doesn't... They do make it sound like it's the illness as opposed to, like, the medicine going off or something.
Yeah, the girl continues to try to convince Ryu that the diamond is important. She has many diamonds, apparently, but that one was her mother's, and she would give them all up to get it back.
Weird, but all right.
My guess at this point, which did turn out to be wrong, My guess was that this girl would end up giving up the diamond to save the medicine. That's not what happens, and I'm glad.
That's not what happens at all.
I'm glad, because that would have been a bit more predictable than what actually happens.
Yeah.
So we've got a bunch of shady guys at a table nearby listening in. Ryu does not care about her diamond 1 cent. He just wants the medicine.
I mean, I don't think I would care either, to be honest.
No, my first thought, he just leaves. He's like, sorry, I gotta go find the medicine, and leaves. He didn't get a single answer out of that bartender. The bartender didn't even have a chance to give him any answers, because that girl wouldn't shut up.
He's gonna go sniffing for clues out in the wild.
It's just funny that he walked in and he was like, I need to find Samurai Goroh. Does anybody know where Samurai Goroh is? I'm tired of this. I'm leaving. Like, nobody even had a chance.
No.
After the shady guy... after Ryu leaves, the shady guys who were listening tell the girl that they can take her to Samurai Goroh. Then we get this montage of Ryu asking around town. We see him talking to some teens at the arcade. See him talking to a mechanic who's trying to work. Talking to some dirty children playing in the street.
What would dirty children know about Samurai Goroh?
Well, you never know. You never know. Because they could be like a Oliver Twist type situation, you know? Where they're actually all pickpockets working for Samurai Goroh. But yeah, even the fortune teller doesn't know anything. And then as he's stumbling through an alley, Ryu gets confronted by a different group of shady guys from the bar. Same ones who are throwing knives and banana peels around.
And yet they didn't bring more banana peels, the only thing that worked the last time.
Yeah. Well, because they felt bad about that. They wanted him to see their other skills. Like, oh man.
They wanted to fight fair with weapons.
Well, fight fair, but they do end up winning the fight by dropping an oil drum on him from the rooftops.
A weird rat man drops a rooftop oil drum.
Yeah, he's like the only alien in this whole episode. Everyone else is human.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but whatever.
Made him stand out. I mean, it was like, I saw him drop down and I was like, oh yeah, there are aliens in F-Zero. I kind of forgot.
It made him stand out and they never used him again.
No. Yeah, Ryu, it looks like he's going to win the fight, but then he loses the fight thanks to the oil drum. But then the real Samurai Goroh shows up, disarms the shady...
Oh, he's a secret mystery man.
Sorry, yeah, the secret mystery man shows up. He disarms all the shady guys and strips them naked for some reason.
Well, because he's so deft with the sword that he just tore all their clothes off.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're really good with the sword. That's why you have to wear those like fancy suits for fencing.
Or a full suit of samurai armor.
Otherwise you'd be stripped naked after every fencing match.
Listen, I played Hook for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I know that the way to win a fight is to strip their clothes off.
I'm sorry, that needs more context.
There's like sections of the game where you're like in a duel with Rufio or something, and like you land hits on him and it like slowly makes the top layer of shirt come off or something. Wow. And that's like the HP bar essentially.
Mel had a Hook hentai game.
No. Ew, I was like 6. Don't be weird.
I played a Hook game for the Mega Drive, but the whole thing was just flying around. That was all it was. I just
think you didn't get far enough to do the naked battle.
Maybe. You start the game at the point where he's already found his happy thought, which is like 2/3 of the way through the movie. Just flying around as Robin Williams in a leaf costume.
This doesn't illustrate it very clearly, but like the shirts are your HP bar.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've never seen that one. I didn't know they made an NES Hook game.
They sure did. And we had it.
I think you made it. I think you developed it.
I wish that I was a child prodigy. Are you kidding me?
So these guys, it seemed like they didn't know who Samurai Goroh was, so they offered to take Ryu to him. Because they said they'd take him to Goro if he could beat them in a fight. But obviously they have no idea who Goro was because they didn't know who this guy was.
Yeah, they had no intention of showing him anything.
Samurai Goro is played by Yasunobu Iwata, who also plays Mr. EAD in this show.
Oh.
In English, he was played by Mark Thompson, who also plays Jack Levin in this show. And Franklin Fizzlybear in Viva Pinata.
Boo.
It's been a while since we've watched that.
For good reason.
No, we haven't even seen the show's villain yet. We've got to watch it again.
The show is its own villain.
So anyway, Goro calls Ryu friend and tells him that he knows where the real... he is the real... He tells him he knows where Samurai Goro is. Meanwhile, Jack Levin, Dr. Stewart, and Mr. EAD are all watching Dr. Clash fail to increase their vehicle's boost power 1,000-fold.
Nothing comes of this scene, does it?
No, it's just a little comic relief moment.
Just kills a few minutes.
Yeah, the idea of increasing the boost power by 1,000 times seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's too many
it
times.
Seems increasingly dangerous, and also, what's even the point of racing? Nobody can beat that. That's 1,000 times.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, they're already going at, like, Mach 2 on the race course.
Right.
They're going to go 1,000 times faster than that?
Imagine 200cc Mario Kart, but, like, 400.
It's more like, it's way more. It's way more even than that. Like, you're not exaggerating enough.
You already have to slam your brakes to make a turn in 200. Like, it better just be a straight racetrack.
Yeah, yeah, that's all it would be good for. Anyway, Jody shows up looking for Ryu. Lucy knows where he is and blurts that out before remembering it was a secret. And she's so suspicious Lucy. About it. She's like so ridiculously suspicious and breaks, like immediately breaks and tells the whole story.
Why was it a secret?
I don't know. I don't know that there's a reason that it was a secret. Maybe he just thought that that the task force would consider this a waste of resources because they're not going after any villains. But Goro's a villain. He knew that
Jody would beat him up again.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they would have gone after Samurai Goro because he is one of the show's villains. He is one of the series villains.
He's a pirate.
Yeah. I was actually surprised at, for most of this episode, it seems like they are playing him off as being kind of a hero, kind of like a Robin Hood type character, which surprised me because he's never been there in the games. But the way things end up playing out, we'll get to it, but the way things ended up playing out, I was like, okay, all right, yeah, this is Samurai Goroh. But yeah, Ryu has been visiting children at the hospital because he stayed in a hospital once as a child and he knows how lonely it can be or something.
I think it's just because he has one child fan and he's like, I can't let this one go.
Yes.
I have to be really parasocial with him.
So we aren't told the name of this child in the Japanese version of this episode, but he is a recurring character who continues to appear throughout the show. And his name is Alias.
Okay.
He's played by Maiko Toda, who is known for playing Akiko Katagiri in Love Revolution and Mikuru in Yakuza 5. In the English version, we are told this kid's name. He's been renamed Tim.
There are some who call him Tim.
He's played by Suzanne Goldish, who we already know as the voice of Chris in Sonic X.
Boo!
Yeah. As the kid says he wants to become a pilot, Ryu notices the kid's mother crying at the window, so we know this kid has something serious.
Yeah. Otherwise presumed terminal.
Yeah. And then we go back to Ryu, who seems to have also, like, we saw this flashback as a part of Lucy Liberty telling the story to Jodie Summer. But now, as we go over to Ryu, I guess we are to presume that Ryu was also telling the story to Samurai Goroh, who has fallen asleep during it.
Either that or he's just reminiscing aloud to himself.
Yeah, maybe.
That does sound like something he would do.
He says something like, because in the flashback, the kid, he had told the kid that he's sure that he'll get better. And then when we come back to Ryu in the present, he's like, I still believe that.
Just telling this kid lies.
I love, Goro and Ryu are camping in a cliffside for the night. They've got like a little campfire. And then we go to the ad break, and the ad break bumpers spoil the plot twist of the whole episode.
That was so funny. It's like, why would you do this?
Yeah, so the bumper for the ad breaks always show a character and their car and a little bit of information about them. So immediately this ad break bumper comes up showing Samurai Goroh with his name superimposed on it. And I'm like, what? That's the plot twist! You've just ruined it for anyone who didn't know.
Right. Like, at least make him the one that plays when the show starts up again. So, like, if someone got up to pee, maybe they'd miss it.
Yeah. Or, like, I think he's in the next episode, too. Just make him the one for that episode.
Right, where it's not going to spoil the plot.
I'm sure there's other characters who haven't had a go yet that we've already met. Have they done one for Mr. EAD yet? I don't remember.
It would have been funnier if they had the fake Samurai Goroh and, like, a real dumb-looking car.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they did stuff like that for Sonic X before, where they would just put up, like, a goofy... Oh, Pokemon did it, right? Oh, I don't think we've watched that one, actually. There's one where Pokemon does, like, a comedy da-da-da that's not a Pokemon at all.
It's not Jigglypuff as seen from above?
No, it's just some woman who was in the episode, some old lady. But it was only in the Japanese version. The English version, they replaced her with a regular Pokemon. So
lame.
Yeah, it's super lame. So anyway, in the morning, Goro wakes Ryu up. There's a vehicle approaching. And
dun, dun, dun.
Goro says that Goro isn't in it, because remember, Goro is leading Ryu to the fake Goro, who at this point Ryu thinks is the real Goro.
Yeah, but we all know.
Yeah, now we all know.
Spoiled.
Now, even if we didn't know, we know. So they're going to tail this vehicle to be led to Samurai Goroh. The shady guys in the vehicle are holding up, like, I guess it's like a store, like a food store or a warehouse or something.
I was really confused by this
Me
scene.
too, because now this girl, they're apparently robbing this food place at the behest of the girl that they're taking to Goro.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, is she a villain then? Like, I was confused about her participating.
Like, why are they going to such great lengths for this random woman they picked up for the purpose of robbing?
That as well, but also, like, why is she participating in this theft?
Right, why is she just completely okay with them holding the vendor at sword point?
Yeah. She's the one loading everything up into a crate while they do it.
She's the one eating it all.
Yeah, she eats it all as well. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I do know now, but I didn't at the time. I was very confused.
Yeah.
Ryu and Goro follow them in absolute plain sight. No attempt to hide it. Just driving behind them. So, of course, they notice. They recognize Ryu, but they don't recognize Goro in the Fire Stingray, his signature car. It's a pretty cool looking car. I like that one. So, and the shady guys, they have these, like, antiquated hand crank weapons.
Yeah.
Like, even by today's standards, these seem out of date. Let alone the, like, hundreds of years in the future F-Zero standards.
This is Planet Backwater. That's what you get. They do lament that they don't have automated targeting.
It's the fact that they have to, like, rotate a crank to have the gun, like, slowly rotate on top of their tank.
They're down on their luck. Badniks. They don't have money for nice weapons.
Yeah. But the girl who's in the tank with them, she fakes clumsiness. It's made very clear to us that she's faking the clumsiness.
Yeah.
And she
because
disrupts
they're
them.
about to hit our boys.
Yeah. There's this part where it looks like she's going to puke in that one guy's face, but then nothing comes of it. It just kind of cuts away. And in the next scene, he's not looking at her anymore.
Yeah.
I was confused
She's
by
just
that.
wasting a little bit more time, but it was kind of weird that they forgot about it so immediately.
Yeah, so the bandits end up shooting the cliffside, and the falling rocks knock the fire stingray off the road and down the cliff. But Ryu has some kind of like magic future tow cable that grabs to the vehicle and pulls it back on the road. I mean, this whole, I'll loosely call it a fight scene. It was pretty boring. It was kind of confusingly cut together. There were a few parts where I think because the shady guys, some of them look quite similar, I was like confused about which one was which.
I had to go back and watch this part twice because I realized I had completely zoned out watching it and had no idea what was happening.
No, I mean nothing really. Ryu ends up pulling up alongside the bandit tank, so he's so close they can't shoot him anymore. And it looks like he's going to push him over the cliff and kill them all. But then Goro's like, hey, we need those guys to find Goro. so he shoots a smoke grenade through their tiny little window instead. Backup arrives for the bandits. This guy with like the rat nose.
Yeah.
And like it's not an actual rat nose. He's not an alien man. He's just a human wearing like a fake rat costume for some reason.
It's like they were all out of disguises at the Halloween store and all they had left was this rat nose.
Yeah, he went to Spirit Bandit and picked up a rat costume.
I mean, it is a dusty old dead planet. You know there's at least 5 Spirit Halloweens set up in one of those abandoned buildings.
Yeah, in the government headquarters. What do they call it? The town hall is now a Spirit Halloween. So anyway, these new bandits start firing missiles at Samurai Goro's vehicle. And this part, like, he's in the cockpit, right?
And then he's not.
And then he's suddenly on top of the fire stingray. The cockpit never opened at any point. He's just standing on top of it now.
Because he's Samurai fucking Goro.
And he slices the missile in half lengthwise, which I feel like would just immediately detonate it.
Okay, I had that same thought.
Because he slices into the warhead from the point and then slices all the way down the body. Like, isn't that when that connects, it explodes, right? Isn't that how it works?
That sounds like it makes sense to me.
That's what I always thought. But anyway, he slices it in half and then the two halves just fall away down the cliff and then explode when they hit the bottom.
That's the key. It didn't count when he hit it with his sword because it was so graceful and smooth.
His sword was so sharp that it didn't activate the explosion.
Exactly.
It was so sharp that it didn't register as an impact.
Yeah. Not until it fell to the ground.
So they tried to run him down instead, but Goro just slices the entire top off of the tank. Then holds them at sword point. I think
Samurai Goro is a little OP.
You say that, but that's because we're not seeing him fight Captain Falcon.
That's true. Captain Falcon is a lot OP.
Yeah. Because you want to pit, like, okay, fine. This sword can slice the top off of this tank cleanly. However, I know already that this show ends with Captain Falcon punching a planet, which then explodes. So.
Oh no, the power creep has gotten out of hand.
Yeah, that's the climax of this show. And this is our first glimpse of that world, because we've been following Ryu, and Ryu's just a guy, really. As much as we're talking about, like, he feels like a Mary Sue because he's a martial arts expert and he's great at everything. Compared to the F-Zero characters, he's just a guy.
True. It is the legend of Falcon because he is a legendary beast.
Yeah. We're talking about a man whose fist ignites into a bird-shaped flame when he punches someone.
That's why they have to use him so sparingly. It would break everything.
But what really got me about this, it actually wasn't him slicing the top off the tank like that really took me out of the moment. It was the fact that once he's done it, Both vehicles are at a dead stop as though they had never been moving.
Yeah, that's the power of samurai.
It's wild. He was standing on top of a moving vehicle when he did that slice, and now they're just not moving anymore. It's like...
He sliced the momentum off of it.
There was no, like, braking. There was no coming to a halt.
He severed it from speed.
You're right, yeah. Yeah, he sliced the momentum in twain.
Yeah, exactly.
He sliced physics. So the first set of guys have escaped, but the ones Goroh has are going to take them to the fake Goroh fortress, which is designed like a Dr. Wily castle.
It sure is.
I loved it.
Like, if you're going to be a bad guy syndicate, you have to have a hideout that isn't just a giant marker that a bad guy lives there.
They had a sign that was like a little skeleton with the word fortress. And the skeleton was pointing at the building, which had a giant skull on the front of it.
It's so good.
So the girl's in here negotiating the return of her mother's diamond. So the bandits come running in to warn the fake Samurai Goroh that these guys are coming. And in the subtitles we had, because we're watching a fan-subbed version, the subtitles said his name was Bibilin, I think?
Yeah.
But that's not what I was hearing. I don't know about you. I heard something else with my ears.
I was struggling to both read and understand because I was like, what kind of garbled nonsense name is this? And I didn't investigate further.
I did investigate
What did you
further.
hear?
I went digging on the internet and I found out that my ears were actually correct. The subtitles are wrong. This guy's name is not Bibilin. It is actually Bibiribitch.
Oh!
And I went digging some more because I was like, is that really what I heard? Apparently, Bibiri is a word for a coward in Japanese.
Okay.
And bitch means bitch.
Coward bitch.
So his name is literally Coward Bitch.
That's my favorite thing I've ever heard. That's going to be my new screen name.
Yeah. He's played by Susumu Chiba, who we know as the voice of Jun in Pretty Rhythm Aurora Dream. I don't remember who Jun was, but whatever.
No.
Yeah. Bibiribitch.
I love it. No notes. Perfect.
Ryu and Goro arrive just in time to hear his real name. And Goro is like, Bibiribitch, that's an interesting name. Ryu demands the medicine. I was confused about why Ryu runs away at a right angle, like away from the conversation here. I guess he was going to run around the base and look for the medicine.
I don't know, but he happens to run specifically into their trap. Literal silly cage trap, like they're playing Mousetrap or something, comes down over him.
They drop a pair of cages on Ryu and Goro.
It was kind of silly.
But then all of a sudden, the girl, who's been here this whole time doing stuff, catches Bibiribitch with a whip around his head. And then the real Samurai Goroh slices his cage open effortlessly and finally introduces himself. And then the girl is revealed to be Sasuke, a member of Goro's gang.
Whoa!
So, I don't think any member of Goro's gang has ever actually appeared in the games before. I could be wrong about that. But on that front, I thought it was nice to see a member of his gang here. But her design felt really dull for an F-Zero character.
It was just a ninja.
Yeah, just a pink ninja, that's it.
Yeah.
She was way more interesting looking when she was in disguise.
And she was a JRPG character.
Yeah. She had like that upside down heart on her hat. I thought that was an interesting design choice.
Yeah.
But now she's just a boring ninja. I was so disappointed.
Yeah. We wouldn't have understood.
And she's even called Sasuke.
Yeah.
Which feels like such a generic ninja name. But, Goro tells Bibiribitch that he's given him a bad name and demands compensation for it. But Bibiribitch hits the self-destruct button on the base, so it just sort of starts collapsing.
I love when my comically evil-looking base comes with a self-destruct button.
Yeah. I carry it with me all the time, just in case. So all this stuff starts happening. Goro rescues Ryu as the base is collapsing, gets him out of the cage.
They have a cute little lovers moment.
Yeah. Bibiribitch claims himself the true Samurai Goroh as he tries to escape, but Sasuke and Goro destroy the escape vehicle with launched rockets from Sasuke and the sword that Goro's just been using the whole time.
You can just cleave this entire mountain in twain.
And then Ryu runs to save the medicine, and this part I really liked, because he gets to where the medicine is being held, but then Goro holds him at sword point and tells him he'll be taking the loot, because he's a pirate.
Oh no!
I like that. I liked that, because for most of this episode, I thought the direction they were going to go is like, he's an honorable pirate, though.
Right.
Which he's never really been in the games, like I said before. So the fact
he's a little bit honorable.
He's a little bit honorable, but it's to an extent where I was like, okay. It's to an extent where it felt like it was just a now we're even kind of moment, you know, because you helped me, so I'll let you have this. But the fact that he actually like held him up with his katana, I thought was nice.
That was nice of him.
Yeah, it was cool. It was nice of the writers. So the fortress collapses. Goro leaves Ryu tied up next to the dragon bird outside, and Ryu swears that he'll catch him. And as they drive away, Sasuke tells him that the rope is going to come loose automatically once they've left, because it's a magic future techno rope.
Obviously.
And when the rope falls off, Ryu runs to get in his car to give chase, but he finds that Goro has left the children's medicine on top of the dragon bird for him.
Yeah, he's like saying, as he's picking it up in his hands, he's like, I'm gonna get the medicine back no matter what. It's like, the box is already open. Why are you saying that?
I think he didn't quite know what it was yet. I mean, I see those canisters. I don't think medicine.
It's future space medicine.
Yeah, but he's not from the future space. He's new to this place.
He's been around long enough.
He didn't even know about magic techno rope yet. I sure didn't.
His nemesis has become a two-bit alien man. I think he's used to future space.
I'm going to go ahead and say that of all the future tech we've seen in this show so far, that rope is the stupidest thing.
That was really dumb.
Because it just looks like a normal rope, and the only way we know that it's some kind of technology is because it glows yellow for a second when it loosens.
Right. It's like they couldn't have just had Ryu fight his way out of it. They had to be like, oh, we're not really leaving you for dead. It's gonna let you go. You see, we're not the worst.
They could have at least made the rope like silver or something instead of just brown.
Make it a digital rope.
Yeah, I would have believed it more if it was silver, I think. Because then in my mind I could be like, yeah, it's maybe like made of a bunch of little metal pieces and there's like magnets in them and then the magnets release and that's why it loosens. But it's just a brown rope. So I'm like, what's the tech here? There's no tech here.
It's magic.
Just magic. Anyway, we get a nice instrumental of the ending theme as Jody, Ryu, and Lucy watch from a distance while Alias's mother helps him stand up from his wheelchair. And I thought this would have been a really powerful ending if they just ended it there with no talking, just them watching this happen and the music.
Yeah.
But they ruin it by having all the characters explain to us that it's good, that he's out of his wheelchair now.
It did feel very for kids.
It did.
And then Ryu had to get punished for acting on his own.
Yes, Jody tells him that he's going to be punished for going off without telling her. And we see him waxing the floors. He says that if he was a pirate, he wouldn't have to do this. And then he smiles at us specifically, which I didn't like.
No, it lasted for way too long.
Just staring at us. No, don't look at me, Ryu.
We're not friends.
Don't acknowledge me. I'm an observer.
You can't sit at my table.
I'm an observer of these events. I didn't want to participate.
I was on Goro's side.
I was assured that if I sat in this row, I would not have to be forced into audience participation.
You're never safe from audience participation in F-Zero.
Anyway, that's the end. We are told that next episode, Jack Levin will be hanging out with a femme fatale, and then the guy, the barista in his puppet form, the guy who's definitely not Captain Falcon in disguise, he shows up to tell us all about Ryu in case we forgot.
I did.
In case we made it all the way through this episode without knowing who Ryu is.
I did forgot.
Well, that's it. But now we have to talk about the dub.
Oh no.
And it's a 4Kids dub, so you know there's a lot to say.
Oh no.
Play the theme song.
It is now 2201. Radical advances in transportation technology have transformed the world. Interplanetary travel has put mankind in touch with new planets, new life forms, new dangers. And a thrilling new sport grips the galaxy, fueled by fans across the universe and driven by the need for speed.
This aired October 9th, 2004, which is about a full year after the Japanese airing. They changed the name to The Samurai's Secret, which is fine.
Yeah.
It has the usual changes. All the music is new. Everyone's angrier and meaner than they were in the Japanese one. Just wild, because I feel like a common complaint from parents in like the 90s was that they didn't like the Japanese cartoons because the characters were all so angry. And now we're learning that was fully just 4Kids' invention.
Yeah.
They were the ones making
them angry.
They made
them angry. It was artificial outrage.
Yeah. Pranit. You know, that's funny because I was about to talk about a mistranslation of L's and R's and then I said pranit. I did one myself.
You brought this on yourself.
No, planet Cryton is what it's called in English instead of Cryton, which it was in Japanese. Cryton makes more sense to me. Clyton sounds weird.
Better. Clyton is like weird to say.
Yeah. So throughout this whole episode, rather than medicine for the children, which is what the Japanese one was about, Rick, which is Ryu's English name in case you forgot,
I didn't,
is very specific that the medicine is all just for one little boy. The news appeal is also just about this one boy. When there's like a guy who's holding up a card with written information in the Japanese version, they've replaced whatever was written on it with pictures of the canisters that the medicine is in.
Okay.
And the guy holding it, he identifies himself as the boy's doctor and says that this medicine was made especially for this one patient.
The most special boy in the world.
Yeah. So strange. Because the Japanese version, the whole time, they're like, yeah, it's... Although we're only shown one child, the whole time they're like, it's for these sick children.
Right. Like, that one child is just Ryu's emotional investment. But
Yeah.
we can go beyond that.
Yeah. For some reason, a lot of details about Reina are changed sort of nonsensically, in my opinion. Instead of trying to get her mother's diamond back, she's trying to get her grandmother's ring back.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know why they would change that. Such an odd edit.
People, they can't relate to somebody getting a single diamond back, but a ring from Grandmama.
Yeah, and in the Japanese version, she talks about how she's got loads of diamonds. It just sort of, we're not told where she got those diamonds, why she has them. It seems like she's just, high class for whatever reason.
Right.
In the English version, she says that her parents gave her all kinds of jewels to try to stop her crying after she lost her grandma's ring. And that's why she has them.
That's really dumb.
Yeah, I didn't think it was very good.
I can kind of understand if, like, throughout her lifetime they gave her jewels to stop her from crying. But, like, specifically after losing her grandma's ring is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Yeah. Rick's search, the montage of his search around the town, is now fully voiced. It was just music in the original, but now
Oh, good.
every shot we have to hear the voices of the people he's talking to.
Heaven forbid I have to put some pieces together.
I know. The thugs in the alley who attack him, originally they said they were going to take him to Goro if he could beat them. Now they just say they're going to kill him. They don't mention Goro at all.
There's nothing in it for you. We're just gonna kill you.
But when it looks like he's beaten them, he still demands that they take him to Goro, even though they've made no indication of knowing who Goro is in the English version. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
The little comic relief scene with Dr. Clash, in the English version, he, instead of saying he's increased the boost by 1,000 times, he just says he's made the Astral Robin twice as fast, which is more believable, I think.
For sure.
They cut the part where Rick tells Tim, the kid, that he's sure he'll recover from his sickness. So the scene in the cave afterwards has to be rewritten as well, where originally he was saying he still believes that he'll recover from the sickness. Now he's just like, hang on, Tim, I'll get you the medicine. I don't know why they would have changed that.
I don't know, but it's actually, I think that's one of the few changes that works, that makes more sense.
I don't
than him
know.
lying to a child.
I liked the other version because I felt like it told us something about Ryu. I felt like it told us that he was kind of a dreamer.
I guess that's true, yeah. He's a little bit too realistic in the English one.
Yeah.
Where he's like, he knows that child is gonna die without it.
Yeah. So earlier in the episode, when Goro saved Rick from the alley thugs, Rick says, I owe you one, which he didn't say in Japanese. That means that later on in the episode, when Rick saves Goro from the landslide, in the English version, Goro now says, looks like we're even.
Which makes the end not make any sense.
Which means that at the later part of the episode, where originally Goro said, now we're even, he now has to say that was close. They basically like shifted the quid pro quo, I guess.
Right.
To an earlier point in the episode for some reason. Because, yeah, in the original, Goro owed Rick for saving him from the landslide, and then he pays that back by saving him from the falling rocks in the base. But now in the English version, at that landslide, instead of saying, I owe you one, he says, now we're even. It was just funny to me. It was just funny to me that the line, I owe you one, was changed to now we're even. I thought that was really an interesting choice to make. When you know the part where Rick fires the smoke bomb into the tank?
Yeah.
They've added a laser sound effect instead of the original gunshot sound. Which doesn't make any sense because it's not a laser, it's still a smoke bomb.
It's still a 4Kids production. They can't let the children know about weapons.
Well, funnily enough, when the smoke bomb goes off in the tank, now they say, it's tear gas, which it definitely wasn't in the original.
That's worse than a smoke bomb.
I know. It's way worse. And when the gang's backup show up, all of the missiles they fire have been censored.
Like a mosaic blur?
No, they've painted them with a white glow.
So it's like an energy beam?
It's still missile shaped, but now it's a white glow in the shape of a missile.
That's so stupid.
It's really stupid. I noticed, and I could only notice this because I've watched both shows, but when we get the establishing shot of the gang's base, they used the 4Kids Eggman theme from Sonic X.
Oh no.
It's different instruments, but it's the same melody.
Oh no.
So that was interesting.
It implies that there will be a crossover episode.
Do you want to take a guess at how they've handled Bibiribitch's name?
They have not. They have not at all.
That was my guess. My guess was that they just completely changed it, or they just didn't mention his real name at all. But they actually have made an attempt to localize it. His name is now Bibiribitch.
Okay.
Which is interesting because they've kind of maintained the bitch part.
Yeah.
They just haven't translated it quite as faithfully. I wonder if they just didn't clock it.
Probably.
I wonder if they saw like Bibiribitch and they were like, yeah, Bibiribitch, that's fine. But when Goroh first enters, instead of telling him that Bibiribitch is an interesting name, he tells him that he thinks that Samurai Goroh fits him better. Like, as in, he thinks that Bibiribitch should be called Samurai Goroh, which is a really confusing thing for him to say.
I like Samurai Goroh. It fits you much better.
Why would you say that, Samurai Goroh?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
You've been tarnishing my name, but also, it looks really good on you.
In the Japanese version, once Goroh reveals himself and has his sword out, he's just like, basically demands compensation for the damage done to his reputation. In the English version, he instead challenges the fake to a duel for who gets to keep the name, which I also thought was strange.
I don't care for that change.
No, me neither. In the dub, Bibiribitch's minions set off the self-destruct too soon, and he yells at them for doing it early.
You block it! You're supposed to set off the explosion after we leave!
Which is not what happened in the original. In the original, the minions are caught off guard by it, but it did seem like he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
And he did it himself. It wasn't his minions that did it.
That's because he's a coward, bitch.
Yeah. Sasuke's rocket launcher has been recolored. It's purple now.
It's purple and it shoots kisses.
It looks exactly the same, but it's purple.
Well, if it's purple, it can't be dangerous.
Oh, and this is my least favorite change. The part where, where Rick's like pounding on the door to get into the medicine and we just see Samurai Goroh's sword press up against his shoulder blade.
Yeah.
They've frozen it before the sword comes in.
Oh my god.
So Goroh doesn't hold him at knife point anymore.
He just robs him.
Yeah. But in the next shot, you can still see that Goro's arm is extended. You just can't see the sword.
Yeah, because he's pointing at him, obviously.
Yeah, but like even in the Japanese version, you can't see the sword in that part. It's just we already know that he's pressed it up against him because we saw it in the previous shot.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. Like, it means that there's no explanation for why Ryu just lets him do it. He just walks up and he's like, yeah, I'm going to take this, by the way. And Ryu just accepts it, I guess, in the English version.
4Kids cast a long, dark shadow over the 2000s.
In the next scene, Sasuke doesn't tell Rick that the rope will loosen when they leave. As they drive away, it's just complete silence, nobody talking, which is unusual for 4Kids.
Did they make that scene silent, but not the montage where he's looking for information?
Yeah. And it means
Dumb.
that the rope falling off is just left unexplained.
It just means Sasuke's bad at tying knots.
Yeah, in fact, when I was looking it up, I was looking up like wikis and stuff. I did come across a few examples of, I guess, like English-speaking fans of the show thinking that Rick struggled out of the rope himself here.
Right.
Because 4Kids doesn't explain it. And the Japanese version makes it extremely clear that they let him out of the rope. I don't know.
It does glow.
It does
right
glow.
before
It does
releases.
glow. But if you've got no context,
True.
you might not understand what that means.
You just used his cop powers to make the rope glow.
Yeah. The scene where they watched, when I was talking about how that last scene would have been more powerful if there was no talking in it, where they're watching the kid get up. They have added even more talking to it.
Oh my god, 4Kids!
But for some reason, they've cut Lucy's line. She doesn't say anything now. She just stands there silently that whole scene.
So it's just the other two that are yapping away?
Yeah, and she's just there.
That's really annoying.
And they've also completely rewritten Rick's dialogue at the very end, where originally he was musing about the idea of leaving for a life of piracy. In the English version, instead, he says,
I may not be the best janitor, but I'm the fastest.
Funny joke.
Is that a joke? I don't know if that's a joke.
No.
I don't know if that counts as a joke.
No.
Anyway, that's it. That's the end.
Finally, we beat it.
We beat it. Yeah. I don't know.
Did you beat the course ghost?
No, our time is like more than an hour right now. We're not beating any course ghosts.
This is a 4-minute track and we spent over an hour.
I do want to look up. I don't think there's any legacy to talk about here. But I do just want to quickly check whether Sasuke appeared in any... Because remember there were like 2 games made set in the universe of the show?
Yeah.
Just want to double check that Sasuke didn't appear in them. I don't think so, but let's have a quick peek. Yeah, no, it's not looking like it. It's not looking like it. But that's fine. She was kind of... You know, I like the idea of Samurai Goroh having this ninja in his gang. But it's like, I wish they'd applied the same kind of design sensibility that's been applied to him, you know?
Yeah.
Because he's very much designed to be a future samurai.
Yeah.
You know, there is something traditional about his outfit, but it's like 90s traditional, not not like samurai times traditional.
Yeah.
He looks like he's a samurai from the modern day, which in the period of F-Zero means that he does still look like he's out of time, but not all the way out of time to samurai days.
Yeah.
And I wish they'd done that with her as well, made her look like a kind of modern day ninja rather than this.
Well, we already know what to expect as far as original character design in this show.
Not much.
Rick.
Yeah. And Lucy's an original character for the show as well. She's not too bad.
I forgot about her.
Yeah.
I think the show kind of forgets about her sometimes too.
Yeah. The woman that we saw in the preview for the next episode is original as well. And I think she's a bit more interesting. The like femme fatale woman.
Yeah.
But we'll come back and see that episode another time. Because right now I've had enough. I've had enough of F-Zero.
I've had my fill. That's for sure. Why did you choose this to hurt me with this week?
I just was thinking it's been about a year since we last looked at F-Zero. And I thought, you know, let's look at F-Zero again.
It could have been a lot worse. It could have been Viva Pinata.
And it almost was, let me tell you.
Oh, God.
Those were the 2 things I was torn between.
Why?
If I'm being honest. Because they're things we haven't looked at in a long time.
You wanted to hurt me.
I wanted to hurt everyone.
We already hurt enough people with Talking Tom.
Everyone's not getting Talking Tom. In fact, Talking Tom won't be out yet by the time this episode airs, so I guess we've just spoiled the next cereal bar. But
oh no.
It's okay.
The masses will be furious, all 4 of them.
If you'd like to hear us talk about a Talking Tom show, it should be up soon on the Patreon for Patreon subscribers. So you got time to subscribe to the Patreon and listen to us talk about Talking Friends. I mean, there's other stuff. What are the other things we've done on the Patreon already?
Alan Wake.
Yeah, the Bright Falls miniseries.
A Sonic.
What Sonic did we do?
The Christmas Chow.
Oh,
thing?
yeah, Chow in Space.
Yeah.
Pokemon Generations we've done.
I just had the other one that we did and I completely forgot.
Yeah, what was the first one we did? That's the one we're forgetting. It's whatever we did first.
I just had it and it's gone.
Oh, Angry Birds. It was Angry Birds Tunes.
That's it,
That's
yeah.
what it was. Yeah, so that's the kind of quality content you're missing out on if you're not signed up for our Patreon.
Listen, those episodes are 3 minutes long and we yap for 50.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we thought that the cereal bars would be, like, much shorter than our normal episodes because we're talking about such short shows. But they've ended up being just as long, or in one case, longer than some of our normal episodes.
Yeah, that week we released like a half-hour actual episode and 50 minutes of Angry Birds.
Yeah, that was the last time we looked at Rayman. Our last Rayman episode
Ugh.
was only half an hour long. We did like an hour on Angry Birds tunes, which was only 3 minutes long. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Guess we're done.
We have to be. My stomach's about to start singing again.
I want to play Repo again.
You're a fiend. You're a fool. You're just desperate to get those dirty arm decals.
Oh, I just love Repo. Any excuse to go back in. I'm not even like that fussed about the. I mean, I do want the cosmetics, but for me, it's just like, this means my friends are playing Repo again. It's my favorite of the hang out with friends games now. Because Team Fortress used to be our hang out with friends game, but they ruined it.
Yeah.
So now we have Repo.
Repo, you and I alone are not very good at Repo.
No.
I would play with just you, but we
don't tend to
stink.
get very far. Well, we get to a
No.
crescent moon at least, usually.
It's true. We usually get to at least level 5 or 6 before everything just goes afoul.
All right, let's actually wrap up. We did sort of a fake wrapping up. Now let's do a real one. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thank you, as always, to our Patreon subscribers, Natalie No, Mark Kelly, Jamie Kaur, and our Club Mesmeron, Eugene Lattig.
Thanks.
Thanks, weird freaks.
They're not all weird freaks.
One of them's a Mesmeron. I feel like the Mesmeron is also a weird freak.
The Mesmeron is the weirdest freak.
Didn't we toy with calling it the weirdest freak at one point?
I don't remember.
I think we did. I think we toyed with changing the Mesmeron to the weirdest freak.
I could still be persuaded quite easily.
Maybe we should. Eugene, let us know. Would you like to be the weirdest freak? Would you prefer being the weirdest freak to being the Mesmeron? Hit us up. I know you're in the Discord, so.
What are your pronouns? Is it Mesmeron or weirdest freak?
If you'd like to join any of our weird freaks, you can go to patreon.com/superbreakfastfriendsclub, where you could sign up for different things and maybe get your ears on those weird episodes that we talked about already that we do sometimes. I am Skull Pirate Mike, and you can find me on Twitch or YouTube or Blue Sky usually, where I do all kinds of things. I do all kinds of other things apart from this show. I make comics, I stream, I just sort of fart around on the internet like an old man who's lost his way.
Would you like to watch an old man fart around on the internet?
There's an audience for it somewhere. Have we done everything? Have we said everything? Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I have one thing to say. Bye.
That's 2 weeks in a row you've taken it from me.
That's right. How does it feel to be stripped of that power?
It's fine, I guess.
The burden is no longer upon your shoulders.
Are you stripping me of power or are you stripping me of responsibility?
Yes.